But more importantly, you know, we're getting prepared for those last 10 to not make any mistakes. We had a hiccup at Pocono and obviously a hiccup here. I got off the racetrack, but I'm not going to do that on Sunday. And, you know, I think it's going to be a different thing at the end of the race on Sunday.
I'll tell you one thing, JR. It's going to be exciting to watch him because we always know Greg Biffle mashes the gas to the floor. It'll be exciting to watch him here tomorrow at Sonoma.
All right, Bob, thanks a lot. You know, 5 wins so far this year for Greg Biffle, 8 total for Jack Roush Racing. Those are some stellar numbers. Let's take a look at some of the numbers on those guys here in wine country. Your first column is where they start on Sunday. Biffle has a ways to go, but some of the other Roush guys are up there as well. Mark Martin and Kurt Busch are the guys who have been up there on the road course before. We got much more numbers and much more from the garage on NASCAR Live when we return. Tomorrow morning for NASCAR this morning at its regular time, Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We got some road course aces coming by. Robbie Gordon, Boris Said, and Ron Fellows. And also we'll talk to Terry Labonte about his appearance, in that 11 car. And you know what? He's going to be one of just many guys to watch as they fight their way up through the field. So much road course experience is going to be on the track. Let's take a look at some more numbers, if you will, from some of the guys that are the points, rather. I was getting a little lost there. Sorry, guys. This is the points after 15 of 36 races. Jimmy Johnson and Greg Biffle are starting to make this a little bit of a runaway. You got to go 250 points to get back to Elliott Sadler. Carl Edwards up there in 4th. Mark Martin in 5th. 3 of your top 5 are from Jack Roush Racing right now. Now, here's your second 10. The yellow indicates the cutoff for that 400-point plateau for the chase for the Nextel Cup. Right now, Jeff Gordon in 12th position is outside, looking in, but of course he starts first, and he won here last year from pole position, so you better watch out for Jeff Gordon to bump up back in to at least the 400-point threshold as we head on to next week. Let's go back down to Bob Dillner. Bob?
Elliott Sadler, as you mentioned, 3rd in points, but boy, did he have an exciting day here yesterday. Now, Elliott, I talked to the boys on the crew, and Elliott took the Bondurant driving school again coming into Sonoma, and the boys told me you forgot you were in your car. You thought you were still in that Mustang.
Something was going on yesterday. I'd say I had one of those bad days at the racetrack, and actually got a really fast race car. The M&M's Ford's fast, and I think we were really close to Robbie on the pole speed when I spun out in turn 10, but just got away from me a little bit. I ran out of talent, but we actually got a good car, and we are starting to back, and we got a lot of work to do. Of course, our work is cut out for us, but we're going to do the best we can.
Like you said, starting shotgun on the field for the M&M's boy here, but just talk to Greg Biffle about starting way back there and some possible strategy. Have you guys talked about strategy to get you up front?
Yeah, Todd and I just had like about a 20-minute meeting about what we think we can do or should do as far as based on races here in the past. And, you know, we're going to try and see. Track position is very important here. Everybody knows, and we're going to try to use fuel strategy and tire strategy to our advantage. And we're going to have to go no tires a few times, and you know, whatever we got to do to try to get up front and stay up front. And if we can finish in the top 10 or top 15, starting this far in the back, we're going to call it a pretty successful weekend. We've done it before, and I know my guys are going to work hard on strategy, and that's what it's all about here. And we'll try to do it again. We'll see.
Hey, one thing I want to talk to you about. Each week, us reporters and so forth look at the stats and see where everybody is in the standings and how they do at each particular racetrack. Well, you're 3rd in points. That's good. But Elliott's over 200 points back behind Jimmy Johnson, that points lead. So a good and sort of a bad. I mean, that's unbelievable, that point spread this time of the season, Elliott.
Yeah, but I'm not racing Jimmy Johnson. Let him go do his thing. I don't, you know, we're all going to be closed up after Richmond anyway. I'm racing the guys that are behind me. And as long as I'm in the chase, that's all our goal is. And I'm not really worried about Jimmy and what they do. I know they're trying to get only 10 guys in the chase. They don't want 14, so they're going to keep on trying to spread that lead out. You know, but I'm racing people like Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, you know, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, people like that for the top 10. So let Jimmy go do what they need to do. We're going to do what we need to do, and that's finish every race, every checkered flag, and we'll go from there.
See that? Pretty awesome point from Elliott Sadler with 8 top 10s already on this season.
Hey, Bob, a lot of strange things have happened so far this season, you know, with guys coming from the back of the pack to finish. Do you think guys can come from the back of this pack to finish strong, being on the road course?
I think so. And, yeah, you heard Elliott and Greg Biffle both talk about strategy. That's what it's going to take. They're not going to make up those positions just by really putting their pedal to the metal on this racetrack. They're going to have to use that strategy of no tires, 2 tires, and then mix it up with some 4-tire stops as well. So it'll be very interesting, as always, to see how the strategy plays out here at Sonoma.
All right, makes an already interesting race all that much more interesting to watch. Folks, stick around. We still got more of NASCAR Live coming your way from Sonoma. And here's a couple guys with different goals on Sunday. That's Scott Pruitt. He'll roll off 9th. And then Ron Fellows has to come from the back of the pack.
5 is presented by Kawasaki, the leading edge of power, performance, and exhilaration.
Welcome back, everybody. Because of Carl Edwards' schedule with the Busch Series, Tom Hubert, an accomplished road course racer, will be practicing the 99 this morning as Carl is off running the Busch car in Milwaukee. Last night in Milwaukee as part of the doubleheader, Dennis Setzer won the Toyota Tundra Milwaukee 200. Sprague, Ted Musgrave, and Hornaday also in the top 5. Here's your points after 11 of the 25 races. It's Dennis Setzer, Bobby Hamilton, Ted Musgrave, Jimmy Spencer still in 6th. Folks, be sure to join us tomorrow for NASCAR This Morning. And